How we doing, students? Miss Sharver's back, here to help you out with some of those brain blaster problems. This is number 2, and we're going to get right into it. Vera's favorite coffee blend was $1.32 per ounce, including tax. How much will it cost George to buy Vera 1.5 pounds of her favorite coffee? Well, what you have to know is how many ounces are in a pound. Well, that's something you can easily Google if you don't know already, but there are 16 ounces in a pound. But it doesn't ask for a pound, it asks for 1.5 pounds. So you guys can probably do the math that if 16 ounces are in 1 pound, then how many are in 1.5 pounds? And we can just take 16 plus that 8, because half of 16 is 8. Add that together, it's going to give you 24 ounces. Again, I always like to highlight the most important thing, the $1.32. And we can just take 24 times $1.32. And that's going to give you your final answer of $31.68. Starting off, in my opinion, a little easy. And let's move forward to number 2. This is the Population Reference Bureau reported a net gain of 155 people on Earth each minute. At this rate, how many people are there on Earth every day? Man, that is a whole lot of people per minute. Well, if we want to know each day, and we know there's 24 hours in a day, we have to figure out how many minutes are in a day, because the rate we have is 155 people per minute. And again, the way that I'm about to solve it may not be your way. You can actually find out how many people are in an hour and then go that route. It's up to you. I'm going to go the minute route. So I know there's 60 minutes in an hour, and there are 24 hours in a day. So 60 times 24 gives you the total minutes per day, which is 1,440. So if you ever say to yourself, there's not enough time in the day, you can always say to yourself, well, there's a lot of time. There's actually 1,440 minutes of time in one single day. So that's not going to be our answer, because it says each minute there's 155 people. There's 1,440 minutes per day. So we just multiply. 1,440 times 155 gives you 223,200 people per day. Wow, that is a whole ton of people. Number 3. Says in the first 5 math quizzes of the year, Maurice's score was 80, 84, 99, 92, and 100. Says after the 6th quiz, Maurice's median score, very important, median, not mode. Median means from least to greatest, what is the middle number? From the least to greatest, what's the middle number, not the average. Average is going to be the mean. It says the median score of the 6 quizzes was 90. It says what was the Maurice's score on the 6th quiz? Well, when I set this up, if I started here and I said I wanted to find it, maybe the score is over 100, that can't be, because that would make the median in between 92 and 99, and that's not going to be 90. Let's see if we put the number is at less than 80. That can't be true, because if the number is there, then it would be in between 84 and 92, and that does not give you 90. So the only way this works is if the number is right here. It's in between 84 and 92. And the question is, how do you solve this? Well, you can do some mental math. You can try to plug in a number, but there is a mathematical way to go about it, and that is this. Let's just label this X. We don't know what this number is. That's an ugly looking X right there. But what do we know about the median? We know if we add these two numbers together, right, and then divide by 2, it has to give us 90. So whatever this number is, plus the 92, divided by 2 gives you 90. Looks like that right there. So mathematically, could you solve this by using trial and error? The answer is yes, but could you use a formula? The answer is, for the most part, always. You can always use a formula. So we're going to add 92 on both sides. I'm sorry, we're going to multiply 2 on both sides. And try my best to write. I have a super awesome, my wife's a graphic designer, and she's got this like pen you can use, this like graphic design pen. I have to download the software, so I'm trying to figure out how to get the software. And when I do, hopefully this is going to look a whole lot better. But their answer is going to be, when you solve it, 88. 88 plus 92 divided by 2 gives you 90. So 88 is going to be the 6th score. Number 4, you have a right rectangular prism. The length is 4, the width is 3, and the volume is 108 centimeters cubed. If it's a right rectangular prism, you guys should know that it's length times width times height. And guess what? It gave us 2 of the 3. It gave us the 4, gave us the 3. So we can just plug this in the formula. 4 times 3 times h equals 108. 4 times 3 is 12. Divide both sides by 12. And that gives you 9. And that's going to be your final answer. You just got to remember that volume for any rectangular prism, only rectangular, is length times width times height. And lastly, this is the problem that gets everybody. I've actually given this problem in the past, and a lot of students are off by just a little bit on this problem, and we're going to see where a lot of people kind of mess up on. So let's read it. It says Ash's secret number is a factor of 72. Factor meaning that all the numbers that go into 72 evenly. It says the secret number is neither prime nor a multiple of 3. It says, what is the sum of all the possible values of Ash's secret number? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write out all the factors. And if you want to know how I went about this, is I started with this. I said 1 goes into 72. Does 2 go into 72? Sure. It goes in 36 times. Does 3 go in? Yeah, it does. It goes in 24 times. And I go like this. This is not the best representation. And then the next thing I do is I cross out all the stuff that is prime or a multiple of 3. Here's the tricky part, guys. Is 1 prime? Is 1 a prime number? The answer is nope. Number 1 is not a prime number, but number 2 is. Number 2 is the only even prime number. And is 3 a multiple of 3? Well, yeah, 3 is a multiple of 3. 4 is not a multiple of 3, and it's not prime. 6 is a multiple, and so on. And then I went and I crossed off every single one, and you're left with only 3 numbers, guys. You're left with 1, 4, and 8. Add it all together. The answer is 13. What I'd like you to do is, if you think I'm wrong, if you think 1 is a prime number, what I'd like you to do is do some research. I think it's kind of fascinating. If you do some research about why number 1 is not a prime number. Okay. Hopefully this helps if you were struggling on these. Or maybe you just like watching Mr. Sharper do these super cool videos. I'm seeing now the potential for this, and me, like, if I'm absent for a day, just like hitting you guys up with a video, I can still talk to my students. I can make jokes here and there. Maybe not the jokes, but this is pretty cool. So I'm getting pretty excited. Yeah, let me know if you guys can't see this. Of course, if you are hearing those words, then of course you could see this video. But anyways, hopefully this helps, and I'll talk to you soon.